can look at how you expect the compositions to work, but
Okay, here we go. Defense, attack, GE defense, vitality attack. 3 chat. This is it. They've found it. 3 frenzies. This is what they're doing every single pistol. Wall goes in, trying to create question mark over towards A. This question mark has been owned, and they are pushing fast behind them. How fast do they get into C? Because this is happening real fast. Do they expect 3 people here? Not a chance. What a weird round. Might stop the plant here. What's the timing like? Stop the plant, spike down.
Punishing this one, still running backwards, backpedaling from Sender.
The weirdest round ever. Look at the map.
Onto him there, and now this pressure is really on them. Sender needs to come up with the goods and just can't quite deliver it. Taking an awkward fight there, awkward engagement. And the spike's been dropped down. Vitality were getting ahead of themselves. They took complete control of the connectors with the back of their spawn ahead of time, thinking that it was just going to be offered for them.
How do they get the spike back now?
Yeah, I mean, how
okay, they group up.
Not much
we have a wave.
Let's see what he does here. Splitting up the site now. They can isolate a fight.
Damn, chat, they're just insane at pistols. Triple frenzy. 5 out of 5 pistols. Triple frenzy is the way.
5 out of 5 pistol rounds going the way of Global Esports. And on top of that, I feel like the way that they're abusing the frenzy is giving them so much success. A lot of frenzy usage in these pistol rounds.
Yeah.
And the big flank there, catching the planter completely unaware. And Vitaly had no idea.
No, just price.
And I'm not even worried about this round. I probably shouldn't say that.
Did he say he's not even worried about this one?
I'm not worried about this round because Global Esports...
I'm worried about this round still.
Pearl just feel like they've fixed that issue.
Flooding through into it. Spike going to be dropped down to the corner. Late look from Bonecord. He could do some real damage here. Okay.
I'm worried.
You should be worried, Josh.
I'm worried again.
Yeah, listen. Gonna get the entire ire of India on you as well. If you
yeah, they're really split up now.
It wasn't my fault.
Well, kills are offered up. 3 for 3 still in this round now. 3 versus 3.
What a horrible place to be in from GE. Look how many timings of just everywhere in the map anyone could have got to at any point. Yeah, I could do, like the whole map's a question mark. So they go together, they try and find out. While they're doing that, there's guns to be picked up.
So Global Esports should have opportunities to get much better retakes early in the half compared to later. The question is just whether, you know, Sender lands ahead.
The good thing for GE at the moment is they have armor. And Vitality don't. That's about it.
Any idea whether Vitality have pushed deep? Because they're miles.
This is a rough retake though.
It's always awkward, honestly, retaking this C site when you don't have any control of the inner workings of the map, the connectors, because you really do have to clear everything carefully. You don't know if they could have pushed up. You can see Aaron making sure it's a slow and steady approach here, just trying to link up with the rest of his team from Waterfall.
Time is going to tick, but Vitality again have no util, so no post-plant ability.
Flash to push them through. One player holding
yeah, but it's also a good plant, and they don't have a smoker.
This one, and the sheriff's in their hands. Anything could happen. Running gun.
Holy 17 HP.
Will win out the fight eventually. Drop down to 17 health, but
oh my.
not as clean as we've
yeah,
seen.
Artist, they popped off on defense Pearl.
There was no need to be worried.
There was, of course, yes.
There was no need to be worried.
Guys, don't flood my DMs. It's fine.
But yeah, Global Esports, really important that they convert that one. And Aaron has been a rock for them to hold on to. It was Texture and Monye really dominating map 2. But Aaron was there solidly the whole time.
We pretty much could see this fast buy again now.
Another pistol. Yeah. Just like he did to open split.
Yeah, pretty much Artist. he got fully shut down on attack though. Like he was first killed a lot of the time. Because they actually go for a bonus here, probably one of the worst bonuses we've seen so far in terms of guns.
Oh my goodness! Up close, corralled into the corner, slowed all the way down. Twiston is making a Vandal look like a phantom. One yet though up close. Oh my!
Oh boy, that could have been way worse.
Could have been everything, couldn't it?
Yeah, makes it dangerous for them though. Jump peek, SK Rossi taking it again. There's a bit of a Marshall moment. Gun is quite good, by the way. Any damage done here is actually huge.
Yeah, damage is kind of great.
Give his team a phenomenal advantage.
Because 2 rebuys when they're on this kind of money is nice.
So how does
Even
Lotus
this
play
is
one?
good.
I mean,
Right, armor rebuy.
hoovered up the rifle in his hands right now with his Phantom. And he should be playing for the kills, like you said, Josh.
Yeah, I think he wants to be playing pretty aggressively. I don't think saving the rifle here is the right move. But looks like he just wants to take a cautious approach. And that's going to let Twist and Bone Cold Multi, that's going to let those guys off the hook.
Yeah. Maybe not willing to give them potentially any easy kills. Multi is 2 away from his ult, so
yeah, there's always
play close to it.
There is always a risk reward.
Yeah.
Alright, nice rounds.
Bone Cold and Twist.
Nice round, honestly, for both. Considering how much of a low buy this is, like two rebuys of guns and 1 arm is not too bad. And they managed to get an upgrade.
A Vitality, that means that they're going to be able to get a decent buy, but I think this breach flash where you just saw Twiston follow up, that clearly was not.
Could have been huge though. Oh boy, Odin is kind of unreal on this map. Again, a lot of this map is like it's a little bit of Scent V2, to be honest. I said it yesterday or maybe the day before, I can't remember.
That might be just that. Once more, that is a heavy stack though from Global Esports. Look at that. Leaning
hey, nice A and B default over in Vitality.
Bazzi, I should say.
Sorry, C and B. Keep an eye on this.
Prior,
oh my goodness, they've set the Odin up. They're so crazy. Dude, I thought he was going to carry on going. This might be so good. Damn, they managed to win out and go back. This is crazy. Teams don't really do this at the moment from what we've seen. Like, go over aggressive here once they're taking map control. Their reaction is to just insta push this. It's what they do on Pistol, and it's what they've done here. Dude, with an Odin as well. But it makes sense because this wall is like highly spammable. So if they are there, you can get some.
Just good enough. Still a bit of damage done there through the wall. Bone Cold dropped down to 5 health. Damage is being done now in this 2v3. Still, you can't afford to give up too much. Paranoia play. Twiston tries to just spam the angle.
5 HP. Should be too much, right? Some of them are low.
Down into that 1v3. Bone Cold would have to really pull out all the stops to be trying to win this one, and it's just not possible.
The Odin kind of did alright here. Cleaning up that. And I like this again. I like this strat. Dude, I'm telling you, chat, teams don't really do this, what we just saw there. Especially not on like the first big buy. That's just not much of a thing, so that's cool. I thought Vitality's B and C take were pretty cool, right? They kind of default over towards that side of the map, and that's kind of how it's working. Teams either default outside of A, or they try and get B and C orb. So yeah, we're now going to see that A, so it'll be like a 4-1, maybe have a turret here or whatever. Yeah, they kind of gone for this. This is gonna be a scrappy round in terms of ults as well. People are gonna send this.
Yeah, he's side of the map, that's done. The vault line is there, and yeah, with a bit of spam through the doors. And when an Odin's in your hands, I mean, that thing can seem like paper. Still, the fight needs to be taken. You gotta be careful. You don't want to give away too much. And what's gonna be offered for them? Well, has to dodge that flash. And
Twiston's done insane here.
It's the same breach flash, ruining Global Esports control over A, and it's open.
And he gets another.
Oh yeah, and just with the door opened up, that one connector, the prior fight being taken, lurks his way in. This is all but over.
Dude, he's all over them.
I mean, Texture's doing a lot, just very disciplined there as he just tries to slowly pick up onto this angle, even a crouch peek as well. Nade pushing them back. I think if you are Global Esports, just want to be saving the weapons that you got here. Don't want to be giving away the operator.
Okay.
Yeah, if they can play
the fourth buy pays off. It wasn't too bad. There were 2 people that kind of didn't have good guns, so they get some upgrades in terms of this. They actually want to save these guns for sure because these 2 can't buy.
It's a lot offered for them, but just to talk about this round, it actually ended up happening as well. A recurring thing that we've seen. Like you said, Josh, that breach flash that's not being dealt with when they fight over that A main control. I think Vitality's comp is much better at fighting for that early A main pressure.
They have a lot more utility that they can throw into that area, and also, I feel like whether it's players getting blinded or players having to turn away, that breach flash is ruining them. And it might be something where Texture wants to pre-cloudburst the area.
Let's see, so now this is going to be an important round for GE. Dude, 4 ults in terms of Vitality.
He doesn't have to worry about it. You just saw it there in the replay. It blooms kind of really high in the defender's sightline.
Yeah, it's a little bit attack-sided, at least for the moment. We don't really know how it will progress as a map, but at least at the moment it's a little bit attack-sided.
From kind of the A site position so that they're anti-flash, and they can swing, but the angles are awkward.
So we step ourselves now into this round here, round 6. Swing off the Prowler. Oh, that's dealt with. Twistin. Felt like there wasn't too much else behind that one. Maybe just a little bit late with the stun that should have been
dealt
coming,
with as well.
I like this Odin idea from Monye. It is working.
A lot of warbang angles on this map in particular. Saw Cloud getting good usage of it, actually.
Yeah, as soon as they see these walls come up, they're just going to spam so much util.
It's an interesting round because the ultimates are building up on either side.
They're going to use... interesting. I was going to say they might use the drone soon, but they're just so happy as soon as they see stuff like this in terms of the wall, they're just heavy putting 3 people here. I do think the harbor might be a little bit readable. Okay, ult's going to go in. Grouping up to go over towards C. Let's keep an eye to see if the Fade can kind of maybe lurk into this one, or at least catch some kills to the people going here. Ooh, nice counter lockdown. I wasn't even on top of this. Okay, so we're going back into this. The Odin is here.
Moves them back. No more audio cues from Monye. There's a rolling.
Another smoke going into this one as well, if he wants it.
Pushing them back, but still pushing their way through. Aftershock into the corner. It's going to be causing it to be a little bit more awkward, and time is running so damn low now. The wall's still blocking off these sight lines. Plant's going to go down, and no one really disrupting this up close to the wall. Texture does cover it. What a shot. It has to be heroics. It has to be now. One after the other. The double swing, not spacing themselves out.
2 on 4 technically. Damn, 2 on 4 to win this one. Sender went huge double kill lineup for this one. This is a big round for them, right? Breaks the money, have an eco now, so that's why you saw all of those ults go into it. Thought the plan from GE wasn't too bad. Maybe the breach damage could have been used a little bit freer when some of that stuff was going on, but yeah.
No bueno.
Not too good, but
set Sender up for a 4K.
Okay, all of them know how big this is. Wall going out for their A take. 4 people here.
So forcing Global Esports down to that eco. Extra one away.
Again, just making sure they save enough. Definitely enough in terms of this. You can buy enough if you want.
This time, not willing to fight over some of that A main pressure. So
next round.
The mistake prior. They're like, okay, well, we don't really have the util to go pound for pound and try and fight for that.
Honestly, after watching Poe, I think that is just a massive win condition for them. Just this texture having an op. So they create a big question mark over towards here. Now we're going to clear out this area. This is still a bit of a question mark, so Killjoy is watching it.
Has to give it up. He does hear that util being used into the front side of B.
Uh-oh. The spike is returning over to A. Global Esports haven't moved an inch.
As he's holding his fall line, I think. Maybe off a bit of util, but
this
feeling a couple
might work out alright.
And a nade as well.
Okay, the pivot into
yeah, nice pivot into over towards B.
Yeah, a lot has been showcased so far, I think. Global Esports making it quite obvious that they've stacked this, so now into B. Should be a free plan, yeah, especially with the cove. It's going to be.
Yeah, let's see how much damage they can do from the eco. See how many kills they can get. Keep an eye on Raze. Raze's Twistin's going for it.
Playing for this retake, I think. Narrow sight lines, narrow angles as well. Could see that the pistols get a bit of work done. Dart pushes the play.
Twistin against eco is kind of crazy. He oversteps a lot, but he hasn't been punished yet.
And personal, still Twistin lurks his way around, and no one is dealing with this guy at all. Shorty in play. That's going to be that slam dunk.
Of course.
Like it could have got a bit dangerous, but no. Vitality win it out. 4 players remaining alive.
And I think at this point in the game, after 7 rounds have been played, Vitality should have a really good read of how Global Esports are playing their defense. And this is where a good attack side caller or a good coach is going to be able to give you a lot of other good ideas for the rest of the rounds. And something that strikes me is that Twister hasn't been double blast packing into C very much. We saw players
Alright,
do that
good time for a pause. GE, important buy for them. Right, they lose this. Eco and yeah, money might start getting out of control in terms of Vitality, so important round for them. I didn't check their ults, so I'm not sure.
Global Esports have taken a timeout here, but that also allows Salah to talk to Vitality.
Twistin literally buys a shorty. He always has a shorty every single time.
But they're putting a lot of resources into
No joke, when we used to play Big Clan, like part of the anti-strat was just like anytime you see a jet, 'cause I used to play jet all the time, anytime you see a jet smoke, just spray it and don't go anywhere near it, because he literally would always be hiding in it.
They have showcased so far, at least, is putting that operator in the hands of Texture. Because honestly, one of the weaknesses of Vitality's comp, I will say, is that this Harbor, this solo controller, you can't smoke just a main and fake that you're pressuring.
I do think there's
So an
probably an
operator's
okay
really
server
powerful
ult that you could
alongside
do like
that.
at the beginning, kind of like what you see on Haven. I just haven't figured it out yet.
Okay, hello India, I'm ready for
I don't know how long it is on some of this as well.
Why not?
There's probably something you could do.
He's probably going to have to send out a recon dart
Maybe not.
Control and then operate. But I mean, look at Vitality. I think they're going to go for the play that I talked about, double blast pack with the Razor.
Yeah, because like this and this could be okay, but I don't know.
Through, so control of A.
I'd have to play around with it. I don't know.
Immediately pivoting. They know that they're pushing up a lot of the
Yeah, I'm telling you,
team of Vitality.
their default to B and C is so nice.
Great combination. Clears out the side entirely, and this ult is a little bit
really
awkward there from SK Rossi. Yep, dashing away.
Does
just
get
to avoid
attacked
that
from it.
showstopper rocket that was flying.
Yeah, wanted to get more out of this one. Keep an eye on the Omen luck.
And one of the problems is, I mean, if SK Rossi had ulted as the plant was going down, then maybe they don't get that one off.
Timing. Oh my goodness, the lurk. Oh, it's all just a bit hidden,
just
isn't it? Monye,
not a clue.
be aware of this, not quite. Sender's reflank.
Sender's been really impactful at the moment.
Backstabbing them. Moving forwards though, Aaron does deal with this one.
4 and 4 now. Can be hard with the op. Get switched over.
SK Rossi moving up. Has the operator. Does he suspect the player is close? Time is running low. Texture trying to stick this now. The raw spam, the random spam. Trying to go for the quick scope. Half onto the defuse. No
Yeah,
one's
nice.
dealt with Twisted.
Again, once you kind of kill the smoker, and you have this plant here, right? Just a nightmare where everyone can kind of have this angle into it. So Omen going down here really ruined everything.
Kind of setup here makes it really
Jed only had one smoke as well.
That is miles out in the open. And they're able to get that
okay, back over towards A.
There was nobody on C. They're leaving C open super early in the round.
A default again, looking like they might try and fight this a little bit heavier. Early breach stun coming in.
If they try and go towards A and they meet too much resistance, pivot C, get a plan.
Yeah, they just want to fight over this one. Again, the double flash is up into the top corner. This time, no Texture. He does have the Blade Storm.
Yeah, have an Omen flash is going to be great.
Paranoia now, going to be ripping
yeah,
through.
nice. Get the gun at least.
On a couple of the targets. All that utility
there is another gun if they want to smoke this off. They might smoke deep and try and go for this. So yeah, Destrian playing like this makes a lot of sense.
There, just trying to take the battle to
honestly, death for a gun.
Yeah, they trade a kill, but get two
did
rifles
they?
for it, so
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't see this gun get picked up for a while. I was trying to work out if they juggled or not.
Vitality are favored for sure, and they've got nice post-plant positions.
Have Killjoy if they want to do it, but it should be fine with this post-plant.
Players were holding close.
Multi's given away where he is.
Yeah, it's revealed. On a headshot angle, though. There's not going to be a re-swing. Dart push back now. Has to be aware that there could be a push, but time, again, starting to run low. These post-plant positions, they got to know that there are a few players there holding it. The timing. Someone needs to start sticking this. Where are the protocols? Where are the layers? A tap onto the spike, but it's just so difficult to try and win out now. And left up to Aaron.
It's good damage from G.
A rifle in the middle of all of this one, but another round tallied up now for Vitality.
Again, this has pretty much been attack-sided, so if they can get like 5, 7 maybe.
And this is where Global Esports needs to change up.
But yeah, they gotta.
I mean, you can't just do the
this
same
next
thing
round's pretty important.
And expect it to work. When Vitality have got the read.
This, yeah, they're buying for a majority. I mean, they're buying for the rest of this. 8, 5, yeah.
Or maybe Texture opts towards C this round. Or you go for, you know, a stack towards B and play retake A. I don't know, there are different options here. But the point being that they know the shit. Vitality have got the read currently.
They get the op out. Okay, this time they're kind of baiting with the C, with the A wall, but actually going over towards B. So this is them mixing up. They're faking like they're gonna do the A, but actually they have presence over towards B. So this is kind of nice. But the recon does clear this out. Oh, you're crazy still dueling here, but
does back away with the aftershock, so
yeah, they did nice into this one. Okay, now they go back over towards A. Thing is, all of this is a question mark though. Oh my goodness. Good info still too.
SK Rossi gets some really good mid-round information, and that drone spots at least 2 of the players.
And there's 3 players ready.
Bone Cord has breach ult if they want it. Sender has Killjoy ult.
Operator, Texture pushing forwards, that's a risky maneuver.
And he missed the shot.
Yeah, mistimed, risky.
Dude,
timing.
Sender,
There's a
chat.
gap into the
Sender
smoke.
has
Spam
been
is
so
just moving
impactful
forward
in these
with
big
it.
buy rounds.
No angles
It's
to really play for, and the operator's
kind of nuts.
salvaged, picked up, backed away. Global Esports forced to save for another day.
Yeah, gotta pick up the up and save this one.
I like the pivots as they move around the map. I think one of the big things that Bone Cold's done well here is make his team quick to react to things. When they realize that there's pressure in one area of the map, they're very fast to immediately group and hit somewhere else. They're not trying to play the clock, they're just trying to play the rotations. Make sure they get easy access to sites. Global Esports had the read though, it just... Vitality overwhelmed them as that sloppiness came back into their play.
Yeah.
There's a big hunt going on.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's different if Texture ends up landing a shot. This could be really
Oh
dangerous.
boy.
With the no
Both
scope,
the guns.
Can't even save the weapons into it.
Huge from Vitality.
Absolutely brutal. Not
Yeah,
only do you
another
lose
low
all
buy
of the
coming in
group,
here.
but
Should be good for
Vitality
8.
didn't have to use their breach
Oh my
ultimate
goodness.
or
Just
their
kicking
killjoy.
desks.
They still have 2 enormous tools to win another round. On C, on B, you know, wherever they want to use them, maybe a post plan A. Yeah, there are just so many options on this map for how you want to work the ults.
Steadily gaining a lead.
The op, yeah, they haven't got too
Raptors
much
found
out of the
themselves
op,
to be quite
for sure.
excited so far at lock-in.
Yeah, so I
Could
guess
bode well, I suppose, for Global Esports, but
how many
honestly,
rounds do Global Esports need?
yeah, I mean,
Okay, Vitality again, doing a good job of mixing
Four on the
everything
pistol,
up,
I think.
considering that they have
we'll see. Still early
considering
days.
they have
A lot of unknowns,
the
but
harbor. But I'm telling you, after you've watched
half
this,
fight, that's
you'll
what
have an
Global
easy
Esports
time playing
have been
against
forced
this.
down to, and it's
Nice
pretty
flash,
obvious
anything
this
to
pressure,
convert
that's
off of this?
paranoia,
No,
but
not
doesn't catch
really.
all of it.
And then
And the Horn has to be dealt
that's
with
the
which
first duel
resets
that
the
goes
aim, and
out.
Texture, he can't even get a kill out of it. Nano Swarms
this is a nice
down
try
low
for
into
the
corner,
eco.
that nade, Aaron
I would have
forced
preferred
out
like a
wide
big,
into the
heavier
open.
crunch, but
Doesn't pay for it with his life. Could spam the common angle, but no, there's a cove in the way, so even the bullets would be blocked. Quite interesting though, he has managed to lurk his way into a slight timing.
similar thing in terms of good
Lotus
plant.
Util, just slowing him down.
No smoker for this
Lovely
one.
siege just to delay this one. Phone call as well. Right at the
Hey,
back.
I tell you what,
Angles
the
are being
fact that they
forced
forced
forward,
out
play
the
for it,
killjoy,
lockdown,
oh,
but
they'll
no,
be
they
pretty
just
happy with that one.
wade
Let's see if
right
they
into
can get
that
the
common
4th round.
angle.
And I think at this point, the defensive ideas are reeking of desperation.
Yeah.
Global Esports with an attempt at a sand crunch, but no one was pushing on C.
Bit half-baked.
Very
Yeah.
half-baked, yeah. Needed more time in the proof and draw. Sad deflated. But if Global Esports can get
Giants
this
the best
round,
team we see, played
their
defense on
dominance in the
Lotus.
pistols might be able to carry them through.
Not
It's still
really.
making a
I mean, they had the
match.
best A retake that we saw.
But it's the
That's
same
kind of
idea
about
again,
it.
the same pressure. Let's see if the breach flash from Bone Cold works.
They definitely look good on the
Yeah,
map though.
already to flash over the top. Texture dashing forwards. There is a dart in play. No one was dealing with this one. And yet again, okay.
Bazzi used his
Extra
ult there.
element. Yeah, that was
Where's
enough
that
to push
kill?
them back. I mean,
Oh my god, they insta-forced over
Use the
towards B
smoke, I
once they were
suppose,
dueling
just
out
to
here.
plot the course
This
all
is
the
the
way into
spike
B. You
though,
can
so
see
it's
the
a little
players
bit
already
rough.
taking up all this space. The spike though, out in the open. Bazzi just needs to contain this. But they could be anywhere right now. Nightfall now being used for a fight towards A main. Smoke's going to be fading any minute now. And the fight being taken and won right now. Global Esports. They shut that one down. Have to be aware. Bazzi backing away. Peak timing.
Nicely
Twisted
done. Okay, they
position
get
known, but
4.
now
And,
it's all
I mean,
down to
chat,
Sender.
they've won 5
Well,
pistols, so they're
looks like
probably
it
going to win
should
the
be an easy
pistol.
one for Global Esports.
Yeah, I think the spike being down made all the difference. Like, trade offer. We take A, you get the rest of the map. Normally not a good trade, but when the spike is down and there's nowhere to pivot,
Nah, the
Global
higher
Esports
higher
have the
lower
advantage.
was too
Good
strong in
double
terms of
face,
this.
making sure Sender
Not
doesn't
too
overcome
bad.
it.
I
And
actually liked a lot of
4-8 and a
Vitality
half.
stuff.
Could this still be
I think it was
winnable
pretty
for
good,
Global?
but
Potential
once
is
you've seen
there.
this once,
Like we said
I'm not
earlier,
sure.
it's a bit more of an
I
attack
feel
side
like
map
if
from what we've seen
Vitality
so
do
far in
go
tournament,
through, I would
we need the
be
pistol round as we head into that second half. That's
so
gonna be the
fine
big
playing
question.
them
But before we even get
on this
into
map
any
if
of
I was
that,
another
first
team,
half,
to be honest with
Dust,
you.
let's send it down to the desk to break it
The
all
single
down.
harbor makes this pretty readable.
Thank you so much,
But yeah,
fellas.
when you're kind of
And
adapting
it
on the
was
fly first time,
definitely
it's a bit of a
great half
nightmare. But
there for Vitality, especially at the closeout, Mimi. I mean, just undefeated until we got to the half.
Yeah, GE really struggled to shut down on their defensive side, and I think a lot of that came down to the read on the game and the way that they were playing towards A long. In I think like quite a few of the first 5 rounds this half.
let's see how the
we saw
defense
this
looks
squad
though.
going for a lot of these early long fights, but again,
Kind of worried. I'm kind of worried for on defense, but they'll probably have something. It's not too bad on
defense.
defense, but normally you play with another smoker.
You have those breach flashes to re-push in, and then if you ever lose that fight, you're leaving so many.
Nah, I'm more just saying it feels like a one and done comp.
Yeah, I mean the mid-round movement.
Right, there's comps that you can just play where you just know you're gonna get a win, but then as soon as someone like watches your demo, like it doesn't have any longevity. It's just like it's pretty much done as long as the other team has someone that has an alright understanding.
Who has been impressing. Wasn't sure how he was going to look moving over to the Raze. I actually had to flip back, and I saw that this is his most played Ancient actually of all time, overtaking his Jet. His Jet looked very, very good on that first map. Was curious to see if it was going to be him or Molesy picking it up, but so far he's had a pretty strong performance on that attack.
Yeah, and on the defensive
Cringe
side,
comps.
the gambit you can have with this Raze is really good. It's again going to be a stronger comp at fighting A long. You can fight early space in B. You can get a lot of value out of that nade. But here is where push comes to shove. GE, they have had a great series thus far. They have debuted, proved that India can compete on the international stage, but they're on the precipice of going home. This is where it matters most. 5 out of 5 on pistol rounds thus far. They need to win it again here. This 6-1 will be the most important.
If they can get the 6th, it would be monstrous. Bren making a mention of how
like every Yoru comp.
Honestly,
Honestly, Yoru on Pearl can be used multiple times, I think. I'm pretty sure. I think there's enough. I think there's enough on that map that you can do. That you can use it a few times. But yeah, a lot of Yoru is kind of. You're gonna have a much better time once you have some kind of footage to look over. Okay, 5-0 in terms of pistols. Can this become 6? We'll see.
5 for 5 so far for Global Esports with these pistol rounds, and now potentially one of the most important ones they've ever played coming up.
Only double oh boy, only the double frenzy? Uh-oh.
At least initially here, Vitality have taken sand, so a bit of a flip in the map.
Going for a B split. This alarm bot might cause a bit of trouble. Keep an eye on the race.
This smoke is just a little bit off in terms of the angle. Tried to take an early fight.
Goodness.
Doesn't know if they pushed him.
Oh my goodness.
The plan's going to get off, and this repush, they don't quite claim too many more kills, but Destro
Oh, they're so proactive.
This is wonky now, though, because Vitality control every other part of the map. They're going to ambush Global Esports.
This duel is so important. He should honestly just carry on fighting there, but it's kind of, I can see the mini-map, that's what I'm saying. Nice luck.
Everything, but doesn't buy
One bullet.
time, just
That is the last bullet fully in his frenzy. Not even any backups to reload here. That's madness.
Doing the most right now for them. Last player
Spam Mania 6 and 0 in terms of pistols. Oh my goodness.
Beautiful stuff, and it sets off Global Esports on the right foot to try and get even in this final map.
Yeah, coaches can talk at halftime.
End up going out of this tournament in the first round. I think
Well, they needed this one. Chat, it's game on. It's fully game on.
Can make matches happen.
Yeah.
Eraser, the head coach, and Aaron, the IGL, have cooked up some really cool stuff. The post-plant flank there was good. The push into spawn was a nice idea too.
This is always the more nervous round though, as we've seen, right? This is the one that we have to worry about. These ones haven't been clean. Okay, nice. There we go. 5v3. Looking like one of their better ones. Pressure over towards A. Group over towards C.
And that one worked a treat. So good play from Global Esports to clear that out. What is this? The Harbor Circle of Doom.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of angles I suppose that a player could be wading in and out of, but Paranoia rips across, so doesn't seem like it's going to be too troubling for them.
Nice, cleanest one so far. Everyone survived. They get to have a good bonus. Armor rebuy, probably armor rebuy.
Yeah, this is an opportunity for Global Esports to have a really dangerous bonus round because they have just hit them with the prime game in Flawless. I feel like any opportunity the global players have to get their confidence up is going to be dangerous for Vitality. We saw that momentum build on Pearl and Vitality could not stop it.
Right, good bonus. And full buy again because they buy so many sheriffs. That's where they have the light by, in terms of light armor. So actually some of this might do a bit of util. Uh-oh. Tether nade to the push over towards here, but he actually dashes out, but updrafts with it and goes on top, so it all goes behind him. Kind of nice.
Yeah, so that's a set play, anticipating that Munyet on the Omen would be TPing across, but no one deals with the Haunt. Lights him up through the wall.
Sure, they got the trade here. I thought this was a little bit crazy when he went out into this and no one hit the Haunt, but they managed to get the trade. Created good pressure over towards here. And then now we're going to group back, as we can see. Like, look around the map, this is kind of crazy at the moment. It's going to work well. The good thing for GE is they kind of killed the person in terms of the fade that normally clears the question marks, right? With the Prowlers or the Eye. So in terms of getting information, you have to kind of jump peek like this. So.
There's a dart. Bounces into the back of the site. It's going to be broken, and there is a wall.
Are we sending this into B? Keep an eye on this luck. It's going to work out well. The timing is crazy there. Twiston just sees him. Yeah. Maybe a little bit too early on this one. Ah, damn. And Twiston gets the extra kill. That kind of all came down to the Twiston kill. Keep it on the time, 20 seconds. They can still go in. Molly's on the floor.
Just being injected into this round, and Sender, he could just anchor this fully for them. Turret dealt with right at the back. The Nana Swarm making sure that he can't be pushed. And it's down to SK Rossi.
Nicely done.
Again, just that off angle. Perfect crosshair placement.
The timing on the Twiston duel, that was kind of it.
And I think they've done that. There's going to be, you know, one of the players had to rebuy armor, the other two are on light armor.
Good amount of damage done, so 2 people can't buy next round, and then we're going to have all 5 that can't buy here. So they were talking about this as well, and is SK Rossi actually going to take the op onto the Sova instead of the Jet? Okay. Sure.
With an operator, the attacking Sova op. I haven't seen this since Prime Wardell days.
Well,
and it works out, I suppose.
There we go.
Angle watch, Sender.
That's why. Now the Jet can dash in. It's all down to Bone Cord. Has to try and get another one here. Oh, this is really on. Keep an eye on the Harbor duel.
Slightly just moving around there. Sight going to be gained.
Another good,
this one.
No.
Good plan position. Oh no, Bazzi actually forced to go
Yeah.
for a safe plant here.
Oh my goodness.
Back now, and you're seeing this lockdown being used. Attack side lockdown. Global Esports.
Everyone is here close. Not the cleanest, but
Fight being taken. Twiston opting into this. Oh my goodness, and the fault line, Twiston. Oh my word.
Twiston.
Looks likely.
Oh my goodness. They didn't want to push with this, even though one was down. Still a little bit nervous. Molzy has a lot of utils for them to potentially do something here.
You can see Aaron's in a spot to swing
Spam
up
into the
Monye.
corner, Prowler as well. Monye needs help. He's going to be TPing away, actually. Just backs. Now, control of water is going to be so important to just hold this one. Sees into the back, double swings there. It's beautiful. And the Seas catch
Oh, they actually managed to do it. 2v3 locked in over here at one point. One of them was detained in the Killjoy ult, and they actually managed to do it, forcing GE down to an eco. Damn, that might have been the round that decided it, to be honest with
I
you.
mean, the Vitality's retake there looking so good. That duo that has just been so stellar in this match of Twiston and Molzy. The duelist duo, if you want to call it that, but obviously Molzy playing Fade here. But the way that they're syncing these things up, the C's, the nade, the swing timings.
Yeah, they know that was massive.
Great synergy between them.
Magnificent.
And that puts Global Esports firmly on the back foot.
Yeah, this is a really rough position now.
Terrible stuff.
Okay, they buy a hero gun into this.
And SK Rossi picking up a hero rifle.
So it has to be the
We
playmaker.
push
Right,
aggro. Honestly, the Harbor Wall for this is pretty nice.
Any attempt of a punish is just
But I felt like
offset
you would just
immediately, losing
spam
2
at one
players.
point when you saw this, but they didn't have the guns to spam really because they were eco.
Forwards, and still the rifle in the hands of Rossi needs to be the playmaker.
So it might be an eco-only push because this would get wrecked otherwise.
Plan position is there, but the wall blocking them off. They need to move.
But either way, it's kind of nice.
Playing forwards deep onto the site. Rossi wins
They
the
get a
first
plant
duel for
down.
them.
Rossi has a kill.
Step of the
You have
miracle
to go
plan. Tries to take
huge
the
into
second
this
with a
one.
wider swing. Dealt with. Flash timing ever so off. And Bazzi, just a classic. There's only so much he could really
So let's
do.
keep an eye on what Rossi buys into this. Was texture, maybe texture was close to ult, and that's why.
Using the cascade and the push out of B is so good there. It blocks off the long sight line where you might be able to get punished by somebody in spawn. And it also, if someone tries to swing through it, they're slowed.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
why.
really difficult to help this player that gets stuck on the right. And Texture tries to help, but he's just so labored and slow. It's like going through molasses. Global Esports are going to take a timeout here as they ponder what to do. Now, SK
Yeah,
Rossi's
important round
hero
for them.
rifle hasn't hurt their economy
Dude,
too
it kind
much.
of all
Texture
came
still
down
has
to
the
the
flames available. So Global are going to be able to get a
3v2
full bomb. But if they
retake.
don't win this round, it is game over. It is goodbye India. So this
The
is
harbor.
the
Oh,
round
I think the
where
harbor was
everything
fine.
happens. And it's brutal, man. Even if
It's good
Global
to swing
get
off
to a
people when
command,
it's out, right?
all of the
It just
retakes
becomes like
are
you're constantly
available.
dodging a Soverall that
I
can't
don't
do
know how you
damage.
cook up
It's fine.
a favored round situation here for Global.
It's good in certain situations.
6-11 being that scoreline. Vitality on the cusp. Being able to take away the series, take away the map.
Nah, not really Daredevil, to be honest with you.
Error for Global Esports. And that's what this timeout is aiming to achieve, seeing if they can cook up a plan.
We haven't seen many buy rounds. The big buy round we saw was just the 2v3.
Capitalize on that early on. And so either you want to be dashing him on top of the bank on A, playing inside his smoke and then swinging out of it with a flash, or I think you want to be sending him fast into C with an updraft dash and seeing if you can overwhelm Sender.
Vitality in a great position with
I
these
think those are
ults.
the two best options for getting value out of your Jet.
One away from an Omen ult though,
I mean,
but
you look at the positioning on the minimap, and this looks almost exploratory towards
it's Omen
B
ult.
early on.
But honestly, one of the
Maybe that
better
opportunity
maps for
for
Omen.
Outburst and,
Right, we saw
connect with their
Angel,
C players.
But again, SK
Angel
Ross
Crazy
has
ult
been
yesterday.
afforded this operator.
It's strange, isn't it?
So much faith being placed into his hands.
But it's not just faith. It means that he's going to be disconnected from his team and can't use the recon or the dart to set up Twiston. They're splitting their wing
Yeah, he doesn't need to set up
conditions. It might be a
Twiston, he's setting up
compromise
himself. Look at him go.
Slow and steady. It's the name of the game, and a
Oh
rolling thunder.
boy,
Wanna
it's a
punish this
real,
one. SK
oh
Ross
what a
in the lead into the corner.
What a
Can't
nice
move
round.
anywhere,
Good
still alive
reaction
for
though.
now.
SK Rossi
Well, it's
survives on
gonna be dealt with,
27
and he is
HP. Any
finally
trades for this?
spray down.
They used a lot of ults into this A crunch.
Vitality
Or A
grab
punish,
hold
let's
of
just
the
call it A
tempo,
punish.
never allowing Global
Good
Esports
reaction
a
in terms
moment
of
to print their
GE.
pace on the map.
There needs to be an instant response here from Global Esports, and you're seeing it.
Yep, what do we got for the
Right in flesh
retake?
now as the players walk forward. Aaron, a critical kill for him.
Dude, that's a massive kill.
Lurking
Twiston
into
had
B,
a
finds his
Razor.
mark.
He's been good on them, hasn't he?
Yep.
These lurks have always found value from Aaron.
Yeah, it's a great
And it's a
lurking map.
better plant position now.
What is the play here? One yet. So close to the
You're
smoke, it's about to fade. He's
crazy
pushed forward into
dudes.
it, and
You're
it's only
the
gone. They're just
craziest
trying to
dudes I've
fight
ever seen
them
to play the
deep
game.
into the play, a dash forwards to try and disengage here. YouTube being held, a bit of running gun, and somehow Aaron wins that one. It is so damn awkward, but it's down to that 2v2. Wall blocks the sight line, Cove as well.
Oh, they're
It
gonna
needs
have
to be
no
spammed
idea.
for. The Blaze Storm just not catching it, and Texture forced to spam, forced to try and find the fight, but he can't do
Nice.
it.
Good
Stuck
block.
all the way through, and Vitality find
Harbor
themselves now
OP.
on series point.
The actual Harbor coming
So
in.
many opportunities for Vitality.
The block off and the Cove as well. They didn't realize the Cove was up
Any
until they
mistakes
jumped
for
through.
Global Esports, and they are gone. The buy doesn't look its best, but they're still going to have rifles. One last desperate run for Global Esports.
Harbor on LAN? It's actually a LAN agent. That's the thing. It is actually a LAN agent.
This is them in the driving seat and more. Three big
The
ultimates
Silent
in a name.
Cove. Oh boy.
The util combos this time.
Okay, they
played
managed to
into
avoid
A
it.
main, doesn't grab any kills.
6 chances for Vitality to close this one
Forward,
out.
but they're actually sticking this
Yeah,
ultimate as
I'm telling you, the
well.
Omen
Deep into
ults
the
on this
back
map,
line. Positions no
kinda
ults,
legit.
Gonna be backing away. And he does dodge that paranoia, but it's creating an awkward timing right now. What does Multi want to do, holding the edge of this smoke? Meanwhile, Global Esports not wasting any time with this kind of pressure. That's going to be the aftershock, pushing them back out of the way. Fight needs to be taken
Ooh.
right up close and personal. It
that
is
might be
traded
the one
though,
that
but still
decides it. Damn,
Vitality going.
Texture's really
Texture
trying here.
down.
Has to ace this.
And it's all down to Texture. A 1v2 to keep his team in it. Just to try and survive. Texture up in the side. Dashing forwards, dodging that showstopper. He knows where the positioning is.
Ooh,
Spike
kind
in
of like...
his hands, on top
Ah,
of the plan. Needs to force the fight, but a doubled up position.
kind of liked
is
it before he
there.
touched,
Vitality
tapped the
safe
spike and gave it away.
hands for them. 13-6
Okay, nice from
scoreline.
Vitality.
They've sent Global
At least he
Esports
got
home.
at least they got a map.
Global Esports definitely made them work for it, but it is a win on the
Yeah.
part of Vitality. I think both teams
They got some
demonstrated
takeaways.
some
Dude,
really cool
Split.
stuff in this series.
When I
Vitality
saw Split,
looked
I was
really
very,
well
very
thought
worried
out.
for them.
A
But
lot
I
of
actually
good game plans
have a
coming
lot
from
more
both
faith
teams.
now. I've
We saw
kind of
set
seen them
plays on
for
Lotus
2 more
from
maps.
Vitality. The breach ult to isolate SK Rossi in those final couple of rounds was really good. And Twiston, Mulsi, Sender, the
6
individual
pistols.
talent is there. But also, when you look at Global Esports, there were so many doubters who just thought this team was a ragtag bunch of people thrown together at the last minute that didn't have a hope. And I think that they've proved people wrong, despite the loss. Taking a map in the manner they did, and showcasing that they still had what it took to push Vitality. I think this was a decent opener for global esports, and something that they will definitely be building on as the year.
It's always been the goal for a team like global esports.
Dude is walking in with the wrong team. That's so funny.
High risk, high reward project with them picking up so many duelist players, but I think you can see glimpses of success here. But ultimately today, it is Vitality who are on top. Vitality who reign supreme, and this is a dark horse.